Our city recognizes that we have persons with disabilities who need to be represented, their needs being met, and that's what our commission does. So it's come a long way, but still there's a lot of work to do. It's a challenge, but we're going to do it. Right, George?
Yeah, letting the whole community and the world know that Los Angeles is a very accessible place, and they're all welcome to come, whether you're disabled or not. Los Angeles is a place.
I very much hope that the next 3 years will be focusing on preparation for those games in a way that will lead a lasting legacy for generations in the development of our infrastructure, improvements to our public right-of-way, and also changing hearts and minds about the disabled community as well.
For more information about the Department on Disability and the work we're doing with all our city family, you can go to disability.lacity.gov, see our website, learn about our work, learn about our commission, learn about our major projects, and join us as a community partner to make LA the most accessible big city in America.
CAL FIRE recently updated the Los Angeles fire hazard maps, and that means new ordinances for homeowners to follow. The Los Angeles Fire Department explained what's new with brush clearance requirements and enforcements.
The brush clearance unit for the Los Angeles City Fire Department is a unit within the Fire Prevention Bureau that looks at all the properties, whether they are developed with houses or whether they're vacant land, that all reside within a fire hazard severity zone. And that zone is required to be inspected for compliance with the state law for brush clearance annually. We facilitate those inspections to make sure that every fire season, the community and the constituents are safe from wildfire. The start of every season in brush clearance begins with an informational mailer. A lot of people get this confused with a notice. It's not a notice, it's not a violation, it's information. None of that information is being enforced. And when I say enforced, we are not citing a violation. We're not giving you a fiscal penalty for non-compliance. It's to get everyone involved. Start changing your thinking on the way brush clearance has been done for the last 60 years. The previous model for brush clearance has always been an assessment of your property within 200 feet of a structure. Everything from maintaining your grass and weeds down to 3 inches, maintaining 10 feet of roadside clearance, taking an assessment of trees, making sure they're lifted 6 feet off the ground, making sure you have 5 feet of vertical clearance over a roof. Why 5 feet? That's for us. If something happens, we need to get on that roof and have it be unobstructed. If you are unsure what all of those clearance requirements are, you can go on to vms3.org, click on the tab that says clearance requirements. You will see 14 items that are bulleted. Those are all of the clearance requirements that are in effect. That is what you are responsible for in 2025. The CAL FIRE maps have been around since 2014. That was the last time they were updated. That map has now been updated by the state. This new model uses science-based technology to drive a new map. This new map encompasses data that accounts for fire embers, it accounts for fire behavior, previous fire history, topography, all things that we here internally in the LA City Fire Department know about, but have not been part of generating the map until now. And it is now identified as a fire hazard severity zone. And that zone is broken up into 3 different zones. Everything from a moderate to high and very high. The very high zone for the city of Los Angeles has expanded about 20,000 properties. But when you account for the high and the moderate, we're looking at adding an additional 16 million acres of property in the city of Los Angeles. A lot of this is going to take place on the east side of the city. We're also seeing a lot of it in the valley as you push north down to Ventura Boulevard. You'll also see it in Hollywood as you push south down to Sunset. So if you're looking at the state's data right now and you find yourself in an area that hasn't been inspected before, don't worry, you are okay in 2025. We are not coming out to inspect those properties until 2026. All of the changes that we've talked about, the changes to the fire hazard severity zone map with the moderate high, the very high, having the conversations about looking at your property in a different way, none of those changes are taking effect until 2026. Everything that you have been doing for your properties in 2024 and previously is the same requirements in 2025.
The Los Angeles Police Department highlighted its Custody Services Division. For anyone who has been arrested, this division is the first line of contact. They process, fingerprint, and ensure arrestees get to their court appearance within 48 hours.
Custody Services Division is a division within Los Angeles Police Department, which provides compassionate and professional care to arrestees that are in LAPD custody waiting to go to court or waiting to be released. Custody Services Division assists LAPD in the care for its community. Arrestees that come in here, they're a part of our community as well.
Being a detention officer entails a bunch of different things. Our main thing is to get arrestees to court in a timely manner. When arrestees are arrested, they have 48 hours, not including holidays and weekends, to get to court. So our main purpose is to get them to court safely and on time. During the course of their stay, we're feeding them, we're showering them, we're making sure they can speak to loved ones. We're just going to give people a fair shake either way. Whether you're the victim, whether you're the actual arrestee, you're going to get a fair shake when you come through a LAPD detention facility.
We'll start off with processing, going in, bringing in an arrestee, fingerprinting them, taking their pictures. We're the first line of contact when it comes down to somebody coming in the jail, because they're going to come in and they're going to be asking a lot of questions. Hey, how long are we going to be in here? And it's all about basically going and telling them the process through. Everybody's different when they come in, and it's all about talking to somebody, being able to understand them.
I like working with people, so I love the people. I mean, we get such a wide variety of people here. And we get them at some people at their worst moment in their lives, right? So it's an opportunity to really uplift some people.
The compassionate and professional care that we give them really, hopefully, will turn their lives around. A lot of times, people that get arrested, they only get arrested once. They come here and they don't want to come back. A lot of people that are here just for mistakes they may have made, and they won't make it again.
Biggest misconception about LAPD is that we don't care about the community. We really care about the community. We care about all citizens. We care about our visitors. We care about immigrants. We care about everyone here, you know. And when I got here, I saw why people can get that conception, because once you're under arrest or you're dealing with an investigation with LAPD, they are very thorough, right? So you could feel maybe uncomfortable sometimes with that, but in the end, just regular human beings just trying to take care of the citizens of Los Angeles as best we can.
I don't necessarily want this job to be a necessity, but it is. And I come into work every day hoping that there's less and less people that come in that I have to see. Not because I don't want to work, but because that's the compassion I have for people. A lot of times when I'm releasing someone, I tell them, hey, no offense, but I don't want to ever see you again, especially here. Maybe out and about, we'll run into each other on other terms, but not here. If anyone's looking for additional information to apply for a Custody Service Division, they can go on to our Instagram, and there's a link there that you can follow, as well as LAPD online, follow, or governmentjobs.com, and they'll give you more information.
In the wake of ICE raids across the city, many street vendors are too afraid to sell their wares. At a recent event, Homeboy Industries offered a safe space and hope when they hosted the Puestos in support of street vendors.
Today, we're here in Council District 1 with Homeboy Industries. Homeboy Industries and their members have organized what's called Hope Alley. So they're bringing out here street vendors who have been impacted by the federal immigration raids to do a food sellout. You have vendors here selling flowers, selling esquites, selling ice cream. And the point is to give vendors and their families a safe place to vend, because the situation right now in our streets is very difficult and very terrifying for a lot of our street vendors. We're seeing people being kidnapped off our street by masked federal agents who are not identified. So this is such a beautiful moment to see Homeboy Industries, the members here stepping up to stand up for their communities.
We wanted to offer for members of the community
who are too frightened by the ICE raids and fear of detentions and deportations are staying inside their homes. And so we said, well, we'll have your puestos and we'll sell on your behalf. You know, if fear is what keeps them in their homes, and then hope is kind of the alternative to that. At Homeboy, we always talk about hope has an address, and so we're trying to offer to the city of LA. We also want to announce how morally reprehensible it is that folks are being separated and children from their parents and families ripped apart. So that's why we're doing this.
It was very important for me to show up to this event because I am a daughter of a street vendor. So everything that is happening here in LA, it breaks my heart. And I know very much that street vendors already go through so much. And to just see what's happening and how they're being impacted, it's so beautiful to see the community come out and support. And so we're out here with Brown Issues selling some t-shirts, where it is our hope that people come out and buy these t-shirts so we can fundraise $5,000 that will go straight to Homeboys Industries Hope Alley event.
So far, I see the community coming together, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I mean, everything, you know, selling out, and it's amazing. And with everything going on right now, I know some people are in fear, but for all of us to be able to come out today and show up and show out for LA, we're standing for what's right, and we're standing to support the people.
Because everybody's looking for ways to resist the cruelty of this moment. And then this feels like homies and homegirls from, again, different neighborhoods who are connected to a higher love, a higher purpose, and something beyond themselves. And so it's win-win-win all over the place.
New Street Smart program for sidewalk repairs. LAWA awards airlines in the LAX Fly Quieter program. And the Veterans Employer of the Year. These stories up next on City Beat.
Councilmember John Lee has officially launched a new pilot program to address sidewalk repairs in the northwest San Fernando Valley. The pilot program, known as Street Smart, will begin in Granada Hills with an initial investment of $200,000. The pilot will take on sidewalk repairs through the council member's office, using small crews to deliver faster and more affordable results. According to Lee, the program is proactive, fixing damage before it worsens or becomes more expensive to repair. Lee added that the Street Smart pilot would reduce trip hazards, lower long-term costs, and make neighborhoods safer for everyone. For more information, visit cd12.lacity.gov. Los Angeles World Airports, LAWA, has announced the winners for the 2024 LAX Fly Quieter program. The program is designed to encourage airlines to pursue noise abatement and take voluntary noise reduction measures where feasible. Noise levels are monitored in residential communities, and carriers must limit their early turns, certain nighttime departures, and maintenance engine run-up at night. According to LAWA, choosing to fly quieter supports a shared commitment to safe, efficient, and sustainable operations at Los Angeles International Airport, LAX. In the major airline category, United, American, and Southwest were awarded gold, silver, and bronze, respectively. For more information, visit lawa.org/news-releases. The Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, LADWP, has been recognized as the 2025 Veterans Employer of the Year. The award from the California Employer Advisory Council commended the LADWP for hiring, training, promoting, and retaining U.S. military veterans. According to the LADWP, military training fosters discipline, leadership, and a work ethic that can transfer to utility roles. In addition, flexible work arrangements are made for those in the military reserves. In 2024, the LADWP established the Veterans Alliance for Leadership, Outreach, and Recognition, or VALOR, to focus on veteran employees. The group now has 200 members. For more information, visit ladwpnews.com.
At a time when reading is in decline, The Big Read wants to bring everyone together over a good book. It's like one big book club or reading group, which connects everyone to the larger cultural themes of life in Los Angeles.
The NEA Big Read program is the National Endowment for the Arts program. The National Endowment for the Arts is a federal agency that supports and advocates and advances culture, art in the United States. The goal of the Big Read is to inspire reading and to bring communities together through a shared good book. The NEA commissioned a study of literacy and reading in the United States, and it was noted that reading was on a decline. As we know currently, reading is a lifelong skill that's going to benefit each of us. How the program works. Los Angeles selects a book based really on what is important to us, what are the issues that we're dealing with, and really what is our programming potential. So what we do is that we offer a book for free to every single reader in Los Angeles that wants to read the book. The program is really divided into two phases. The first program is reading. We have like the largest, most exciting, fun, dynamic book club in Los Angeles. We host reading groups at different community spaces. We have focused on novels, poetry, essays. After the book is read, then our partners host public programs throughout Los Angeles. So for example, if you're reading a book and you want to go to a museum, that museum likely has an activity that is tied thematically to the book. There are music festivals, book festivals, film screenings, art workshops, exhibitions, concerts. What the program really wants to do in Los Angeles is that we want to offer readers the opportunity to read a good book, to connect with each other, and then to go visit places that are cultural places, historic places where they can connect and have an even more rich and intense experience of the story, the author, or the book's themes. The way that Angelinos can participate is they call Cultural Affairs or they check out our website and they have information about where the Big Read is. They can ask for a book. The books are free. They can go to any of our program partners, which are throughout Los Angeles, including the library, the public schools. We have a program that not only offers reading for pleasure, but we seek to bring people in civically, to make them aware of city programs, how we connect with one another, to be more mindful about the world around them.
It's time to say annyeong to one of LA's favorite celebrations, the Lotus Festival. This year's special focus was on South Korea, highlighting activities, performances, and cultural showcases for all to enjoy.
So we are here at Echo Park Lake in the heart of CD13, celebrating another edition of the Lotus Festival. And this year we are celebrating South Korea, part of the culture. We love the food, we love the K-pop dramas, so we're here to celebrate everything they bring to the city.
This is a big event for the City Department of Recreation and Parks. So it's something we do every year, supported by our council office, CD13, CD1, and CD10 this year. So we're very happy to bring this event free for the whole community and whole public.
The event includes 2 stages with a variety of entertainment from the Asian and Pacific Islander communities, as well as various food vendors. We have a children's area, as well as various vendor booths. So this is an annual event, just really just bring out the community to celebrate the diverse cultures within the city of Los Angeles.
So the Dragon Boat races are a big event. They're always very competitive through our council offices. So it's a good way to come out here and show the community that we can still have fun.
Korean culture, in a way already, really emphasizes community. And so especially what we're doing, Korean drumming, which is called Samulnori, really emphasizes harmony. That's why all our instruments are round. That's because it really wants to connect everyone together. I just really want to appreciate the Lotus Festival for recognizing our country.
So events like this bring community together. If you look around, it's not just the Korean community that's here, but we see Latinos, we see all kinds of folks. To really celebrate one culture and show the diversity of Los Angeles, it's really important to uplift our diversity because that's what makes the city of Los Angeles what it is.
Walking in Our Light is just one of many imaginative expressions emanating from the Taxco Theater. Angelinos taking part express gratitude for those who nurture the light within, and nourishing that creativity can be said to be the Taxco's raison d'etre.
The Taxco Theater is located in Canoga Park. There is so much already here to offer: cultural events, performances. Folks do annual Dia de los Muertos festivals. There is art walks. There's musical events. There's jazz. And I feel like we have the privilege to be added in that offering. The space had been left a little bit weary. And so when the city came in to renovate the space, it was offered another chance to breathe new life into the arts here. The Taxco Theater is here for everyone. It is here for young artists who are just starting out, to the professional artists who are here to dream up their new vision. And we're here for the community at large at all of our community events. One of our signature events is called Walking in Our Light. This idea of how we help people to encourage them to think about the light that they bring and to show appreciation for those who help to nurture that light. So from that idea, we thought, well, let's walk in our light. Let us have stories along the way where people can stop and hear performances and storytelling of other people saying, this is my light, this is how I shine it, and these are the people I want to show appreciation to. So we do this walk around the block, and then we end up with a little gathering, performances inside, and lots of time to just reflect on, yeah, this is my light, you know, and these are the people who've helped me get there. Our communities don't always see what the city of Los Angeles provides them, providing access to the arts. Says to me, that's a city that's proud of the stories it wants to tell, the people who want to tell them, and the ways that they want to tell them. A space like this gives opportunity for folks of all ages, cultures, experience to say, I can be seen, I can be heard. And I'm walking in these doors and it feels welcoming, it feels nurturing, and people are excited to listen to me and to hear me. We don't have that all the time. So it's a live space that's here to welcome and nurture those sparks of inspiration and vision. There's a few ways to find us. We are always on social media. So we are on Instagram. We have a Facebook page. You can go to the Department of Cultural Affairs, their website. You'll find the Taxco Theater. It may take a few clicks here and there, but we try to stay present in any way that we can.
In this week's Things to Do, head to Little Tokyo for the Nisei Week Grand Parade. Learn more about LA's aqueduct and catch up on the movie adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. All this up next on Things to Do.
Join the Nisei Week Japanese Festival for a showcase of cultural events happening in and around Little Tokyo. On Sunday, August 10th, it's the Nisei Week Grand Parade. LA City's Department of Cultural Affairs is the float sponsor, and spectators will see the festival queen and her court and enjoy a host of music, dance, and parade performances with community involvement. Line up along Central Avenue for the parade starting at 4 p.m. or take your place along 2nd Street, San Pedro, or 1st Street. Celebrate Japanese culture in Little Tokyo at Nisei Week Grand Parade on Sunday, August 10th at 4 p.m. For more information, visit niseiweek.org. Granada Hills is celebrating its 100th anniversary this year with a series of events. On Saturday, August 9th, join the Los Angeles Public Library at the Granada Hills branch to learn all about the LA Aqueduct and how water has shaped the growth of LA. Guest speaker Jack Feldman will tell the story of the aqueduct and the challenges to bringing water to the city. Feldman retired after 36 years with the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power and is an avid local historian. Join LA Public Library at the Granada Hills branch to learn about the aqueduct on Saturday, August 9th at 10 a.m. For more, visit lapl.org/events. Join Councilmember Adrien Nazarian for a free community movie screening at Tiara Street Park. On Sunday, August 10th, the free movie is Sonic 3. This 2024 action-adventure comedy film is based on the Sonic video game series. Head to Tiara Street Park for free screening of Sonic 3 on Sunday, August 10th at 7:30. For more information, visit the Instagram of Councilmember Nazarian at CD2 Los Angeles. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Susan Huckle, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org. We're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
You're arriving at Los Angeles International Airport in beautiful Southern California. One of the first things you will see as you are landing is the ever-iconic LAX theme building. The LAX theme building is a modern icon and recognized worldwide as the space-age landmark of one of the world's youngest and most influential cities. Designed by architectural firm Piera and Luckner, the building was completed in 1961 and features an observation deck and the Bob Hope USO. The spider-like appearance of the building is a playful and futuristic design illusion, created by topping 4 steel reinforced concrete legs with stucco. The building received cultural historic status from the city of Los Angeles for its distinguishing characteristics, which are valuable to the study of that period's style and method of construction. It is also an example of mid-century modern Googie architecture. The LAX theme building serves as the symbolic gateway to Los Angeles, and the futuristic design is intended to convey new prosperity and the embrace of technological innovation. It has been and continues to be a constant reminder of Los Angeles' drive to be the city of tomorrow.
What does it take to move a mountain that no one wants to climb? When they tell you there's no answer, how do you change the heart and mind? Can you face the road to freedom when the past is in your way? In the darkness of the night, the future may be hard to find, but I believe that there's a day. All it takes is one good day. All we need is one good day. And I will find one good day. 'Cause all it takes is one good day.
Welcome to the regularly scheduled meeting of our Los Angeles City Council. Today is Friday, the first day of August in the year 2025. Public comment for today's meeting will be taken in person. I'll give the first warning to the gentleman in the black shirt in the aisle. You've been warned. If you receive a second warning, you will be removed from the meeting. Madam Clerk, let's begin our proceedings by calling the roll.
Blumenfield, Harris, Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Gerardo, Lee, McCosker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky, 12 members present in court, Mr. President.
Thank you so much. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes of July 30, 2025.
Councilmember Lee moves. Councilmember Padilla seconds. What's next?
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Blumenfield moves. Councilmember Yaroslavsky seconds. Can we run through our agenda?
Yes, sir. Item number 1 is an item notice for public hearing. Items 2 through 18 are items which public hearings have been held. Items 19 is an item for which public hearing has not been held. Items 20 through 38 are closed session items for which public hearings have been held. 10 votes are required for consideration.
All right, those items are before us. Specials members, I see Councilmember Padilla's name on the queue.
I would like to call item 9 special for an amendment, and I believe it's being circulated.
Okay. Item number 9, other specials members? To the west, to the east? All right, seeing no other specials, Madam Clerk, what items are Councilmember Yaroslavsky?
Thank you. Item 9, I ask that we move the Budget and Finance Committee report as amended. My understanding is that CD6 has an amendment, which is great. And then 17, move the Budget and Finance Committee report as amended.
All right. Without objection, Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. I would like to call item 14 special for a separate vote.
All right. Councilmember Soto Martinez.
President, can we hold item number 6 on the desk for now? There
Okay.
might be a possible amendment.
Okay. All right. Item 6 held on the desk. All right. Any other specials members? All right. Seeing none, Madam Clerk, what items are available for consideration at this time?
Mr. President, Council may now vote on items 2 through 5, 10 through 13, 15 through 18, sir.
All right. Those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the votes.
12 ayes.
All right. What's next?
Mr. President, items 20 through 38 are closed session items considered in Budget and Finance Committee. Those are available for council.
All right. Councilmember Yaroslavsky. Councilmember Budget Chair.
Oh.
Closed session items.
Thank you, Council President. The BNF Committee considered items 20 through 38 in committee on July 1st, and I recommend we approve these items.
All right. If we could read the details into the record and call the roll.
Yes, sir. Item 20 in the case entitled 737-747 Northwestern Opportunity Owner LLC versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to reject the plaintiff's offer of settlement. Item 21 in the case entitled Estate of Alejandro Valencia Mendez et al. Versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $600,000 in settlement. Item 22 in the case entitled Dakota Sal versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $110,000 in settlement. Item 23 in the case entitled Kobe Yakov versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $200,000 in settlement. Item 24 in the case entitled Diane Rios versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to approve the city attorney's recommendation. Item 25 in the case entitled Elian Balfour versus City of Los Angeles et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $250,000 $215,000 in settlement. Item 26 in the case entitled Christine Habelman et al. Versus Tarzana Treatment Centers et al. There is a recommendation to expend up to $975,000 in settlement. Item 27 in the case entitled Gilbert Panat versus City of Los Angeles, there's a recommendation to expend up to $150,000 in settlement. Item 28 in the case entitled Hermenegilda Nora Habana versus City of Los Angeles, there's a recommendation to expend up to $200,000 in settlement. For item 29 in the case entitled Tamara Bittner versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $280,000 in settlement. Item 30 in the case entitled Norma Elizabeth Gonzalez et al. Versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $375,000 in settlement. For item 31 in the case entitled John Neal versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $500,000 in settlement. For item 32 in the case entitled Saeed Yosef Hussein Aladili versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $650,000 in settlement. Item 33 in the case entitled Jason Armendariz versus City of Los Angeles, there's a recommendation to expend up to $1.5 million in settlement. Item 34 in the case entitled Brenda Baca versus City of Los Angeles, there is a recommendation to expend up to $3,701,084.19 plus interest in settlement. For item 35 in the case entitled Jeffrey Dugan versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to approve the city attorney's recommendation. Item 36 in the case entitled Silva Alexanian versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $150,000 in settlement. Item 37 in the case entitled Octagon Incorporated, there's a recommendation to expend up to $95,957.54 plus interest in settlement. Item 38 in the case entitled Getty Images US Incorporated, there is a recommendation to waive penalties totaling to $107,429.46. Okay.
All right, those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
12 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, item 14 was called special for a separate vote.
All right, let's open the roll on item 14, which was called special for a separate vote. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
10 ayes, 2 noes.
All right, what's next?
Next, council has either presentations or public comment, sir.
All right, let's go to presentations for this morning, which we are very, very excited about. And we will begin with CDs 5, Council Districts 5, 12, and 9.
back to turn it on. The air conditioning keeps it.
Yeah, we can.
Just flip the switch instead of doing that. Like it did say it was.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you, Council President, and good morning, colleagues and visitors. It's an honor to join Council members Lee and Price in recognition of KCON Day in LA, a celebration that brings together global culture, local pride, and the incredible Korean American community that helps make Los Angeles such a vibrant, resilient, and incredible place to live. Since its beginnings in Irvine more than a decade ago, KCON has grown into a global phenomenon, and no city embraces it quite like LA. Last year, more than 5.9 million fans from over 170 countries joined the celebration here, many of them right here at the Convention Center and Crypto Arena, where this weekend's festivities will once again light up our city. As the councilwoman for the 5th District, which includes part of K-Town, I couldn't be more proud to honor the cultural power of LA's Korean American community. From the bustling streets of K-Town to the global reach of K-pop and K-dramas, Korean culture is central to who we are as a city. KCON is more than a festival, it's a celebration of identity, connection, and joy. Every performance, every outfit, every fan chant is a thread in the tapestry of what makes Los Angeles not just a city of dreamers, but a city of belonging. Culture is more than just honoring the traditions of the past, it's a way we connect, express ourselves, and carry forward those traditions into the future. Today, we have the privilege of witnessing just a glimpse of the many cultures that live side by side in our schools, neighborhoods, and workplaces. And so to our partners from CJ, the Korean Consulate, the Departments of Tourism and Youth Development, and everyone who made today possible, thank you. We are so proud to welcome you to City Hall. I want to give a special shout out to my team of amazing staff who've been working really hard on this for months. And it's my pleasure now to introduce our MC for this presentation, my friend and colleague, the council member from the 12th District, John Lee, who will guide us through the rest of this wonderful presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Yaroslavsky, for kicking us off, and thank you, Councilmember Price, for joining in the festivities today. We are proud to recognize KCON Day here in the city of Los Angeles, which really is about Korean culture, but really about the global connection and the global community we all live in today. So what began as just a small little festival, which started here in the city of Los Angeles about a decade ago, has grown to this phenomenon throughout the world. It isn't just a concert, it's a cultural exchange. It brings together artists, small businesses, fans, and innovators to celebrate not only the power of K-pop, but the strength and influence of Korean culture, music, fashion, food, language, and more. It attracts thousands of visitors, generates significant local economic activity, and highlights Los Angeles as the global capital, global cultural capital that we are. You know, if you told me when I was a kid that my Ralph's Market on Devonshire and Reseda would someday be a Korean market, I would have told you you were crazy. If you would have told me that a Korean movie would someday be the best, you win Best Picture, I would say the same. A TV show becoming a cultural phenomenon, and now obviously celebrating our culture and music at this convention center is just truly amazing to me and makes me so proud as a Korean American who had to struggle with their identity of, trying to explain to people about Korean culture. It's great to go to my friend's house, open their refrigerator, and see a bottle of kimchi in the refrigerator, which is obviously such an important part of our culture. I wanted to say thank you to the Korean Council in general, to everybody at CD America, my colleagues, for making this day happen, because this is just another example of what we constantly talk about in this building, how City of Los Angeles is that capital of cultural diversity. And it's just another example of having KCON Day here in Los Angeles, where we celebrate one of the amazing, amazing cultures that contribute so much, not only to the pop culture, but also economically as well. I'd like to turn it over to my colleague, Councilmember Kern Price, to say a few words. Councilman?
Thank you, Councilman Lee. I'm so proud to join with you and Councilwoman Yaroslavsky as we really celebrate a culture and a people. We want to celebrate KCON's decade-long impact right here in the city of LA. As a renowned cultural event, KCON has helped boost local businesses, attract international and national tourism, and highlight the cultural, social, and economic contributions of the Korean community. Today, August 1st, you can head over to the LA Convention Center in my district, a destination that will be at the center of many global events in years to come, and experience one of the one-of-a-kind K-pop fan and artist festival. The economic impact of KCON and the global K-pop movement cannot be overstated. It's a cultural exchange, an economic driver, and a cultural reflection of Los Angeles' international reach. Today, it's a multi-million participant celebration of art, music, entertainment, fashion, and technology. And events like KCON are only possible because of thriving, well-resourced convention centers that can attract and support large-scale, high-value international gatherings. These events create jobs, they fill hotels, they support small businesses, and they elevate the global profile of our city. The investing in and maintaining these values is essential, not only to welcoming the world to LA, but to ensure that Angelenos benefit from the tourism, commerce, and cultural connections that they bring. And while this event lasts only a few days, the positive ripples that affect the regional economy and the bonds that built between these communities are long-lasting. And so again, we're proud to host KCON here in CD9, and we thank the organizers, the performers, and the fans who make it all possible. Congratulations and thank you.
We have a short video that we want to show, but before we show the video, I'd like to introduce a young man that has been part of the City of LA's Youth Development Department. Jerry, are you here? Jerry, if you say a brief few words for us.
Hello, LA City Council. My name is Jerry Yang. I'm from Council District 2. I'm here on behalf of the Youth Development Department, having served as the 2024 to 2025 LA City Youth Council President. I want to emphasize that KCON aligns directly with the city's commitment to diversity and inclusion. It resonates really deeply with LA's diverse and globally connected population, and it really adds a lot to the melting pot that we call our home of Los Angeles. KCON also promotes cross-cultural exchanges through different art forms. In my own school and community, I've seen how K-pop and other related genres bring communities together, such as the very active K-pop dance club at my school. And K-pop especially brings the youth together, not just as a conversation starter, but as a fun activity to do, learning the dances and enjoying the genre regardless of ethnicity or background. Personally, my sister and I also really enjoy K-pop and the dances. It's a great way for us to bond and have fun while also exercising. And although I might not understand the language, I understand the positive vibes and the uplifting spirit behind the songs. KCON also brings attention to the positivity and amazing creativity available in the world, which is especially important during times like this when diversity is being stripped away and inclusion is being undervalued. KCON and K-pop in general also increases Asian American representation in media, which is extremely beneficial to youth looking for role models, promoting positive messages of self-love, confidence, education, and just dancing as a form of exercise. Finally, KCON reinforces Los Angeles as the entertainment capital of the United States. As our world continues to evolve, it's important to recognize the role that Los Angeles plays in entertainment, and as the ever-changing landscape of entertainment starts to encompass more than just Hollywood, we need to start celebrating what sets Los Angeles apart, the people and the commitment to diversity. It's rare to find an event with so many cultural, social, and economic benefits, and for that reason, we should celebrate and highlight KCON LA and all it has done for our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yang. And I believe we have a short KCON promo video that we're going to show.
Warning, the countdown has begun. Your favorite summer tradition, KCON LA 2025, has entered the chat. Are you ready? Our biggest end countdown lineup yet. Share the spotlight with your idol on Dream Stage. Get face-to-face with your faves at Artist Stage and Meet and Greet. Discover rising stars here first at Ed Stage. Dance your heart out at Dance Stage. Be the first to experience K-trends, K-beauty, K-food, K-culture at festival grounds. Get ready for special stages only at KCON. Be there or hear about it forever.
You know, colleagues, a lot of this wouldn't be possible without the hard work of so many different people, but someone who sometimes doesn't get enough attention about bringing events to our area and understanding the importance of bringing these types of conventions to our economy. And so I'd like to introduce our very own general manager of Convention and Tourism. There you go, Mr. Don Liu.
Thank you, Councilman. The City Tourism Department and the Los Angeles Convention Center are proud to host KCON, or as I like to call it, Kchella. More people will attend KCON this year than will attend the Super Bowl in 2027. Let me say it again. More people will attend KCON this year than will attend the Super Bowl in Inglewood in 2027. The Convention Center hosts, thank you. The Convention Center hosts almost 300 events a year. Most of the large conventions rotate around the country, so we don't get them every year. We're lucky if we get them every 5 or 10 years. But KCON is special because they come to the Convention Center and Los Angeles every single year. And we look forward to hosting KCON every year in the future too. And we're working very closely with KCON to make sure that that's inked. We're gonna sign this long-term agreement with KCON. So it gives me a great honor on KCON Day in the city of Los Angeles. I wish you congratulations, 축하합니다.
Our next speaker is no stranger to this council chambers. He's someone that not only I've worked closely with, but so many of you. He is the Consul General from the Republic of Korea that I think we can all say in his time in office of being here in Los Angeles has been such a good representative of Korea, has worked so closely with so many of us. Please, a round of applause for Mr. Consul General Kim Young-won.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction. 안녕하십니까, Mr. President and every council member. Together with our Korean community and our Korean entrepreneurs together with me, I thank you for adopting the resolution of KCON. Your recognition of KCON has special meaning, not only to Koreans and to Angelenos, but also to worldwide fans of all ages and all different backgrounds and all ethnicities. LA, the city of LA is a symbol of global pop culture. And with your resolution, you once again has shown itself a shining example of what it truly means to embrace multiculturalism. I hope KCON will continue to provide platform to celebrate unity and diversity in the city of Angeles, encouraging cultural exchanges and deepening bonds among people with different backgrounds. And I hope the city reinforces the energy of unity the KCON created, spread over, or to reach out every corner of this city. Again, I extend my gratitude to each council members for providing this wonderful opportunity to celebrate our Korean culture and our Korean people, and organizing this splendid ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Council General. I believe we have one more promo video that we're about to show.
CJ, a global lifestyle company from Korea. Through the delicious food we bring to your table, to the joy and connection created through our entertainment, fueling the national supply chain, and inventing cutting-edge biotechnology solutions for a healthier future. For generations, we've been proud to be a part of the great American story, creating 13,500 jobs across the U.S. and investing $6 billion. We are CJ, partnering with America to build a stronger future.
CJ America has so many different things in their hands and pots, whether it be food, KCON, some of our TV shows that we watch that are made famous on some of the streaming channels. And I just wanted to introduce someone who obviously plays an enormous part in that. It's CJ America's CEO, Pius John.
Good morning, distinguished members of the Los Angeles City Council and esteemed constituents. It's a profound honor to join you today as KCON is recognized for its positive cultural, social, and economic contributions to the city of Los Angeles. It's an acknowledgement that is incredibly meaningful to all of us at CJ. First, I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to the council member, John Lee, council member, Katie Yaroslavsky, and Council Member Karen Price for sponsoring this resolution and highlighting KCON's role as a premier Korean pop culture convention. I also want to extend heartfelt thanks to the Consul General of the Republic of Korea in Los Angeles, LA County District Attorney's Office, LA City's Attorney's Office, the LA County Economic Development Corporation, the Board of Public Works for the City of LA, the LA City Tourism Department, and the LA Department of Cultural Affairs. KCON's growth and success would not have been possible without your unwavering support. KCON began here in 2012 with a dream, to share Korean pop culture with the global audience. Back then, K-pop wasn't mainstream, and there was uncertainty. Could Korean pop culture truly resonate with the global audiences? But on the October 13 years ago, seeing thousands of fans from around the world singing in Korean, we knew we had something special. From welcoming 10,000 fans in 2012, KCON has since grown more than tenfold, reaching a record-breaking 5.9 million fans globally last year, including online viewers, thanks to our first US primetime broadcast on the CW network. For 13 unforgettable years, KCON has been a launchpad for some of the world's most beloved K-pop artists. In 2013, G-Dragon collaborated with the hip-hop legend Missy Elliott right here at KCON. BTS made one of their earliest US performances at KCON in 2014. As a flagship festival for Korean pop culture, KCON is much more than a music concert. It's a celebration of Korean food, beauty, and entertainment. It's a platform where global and local cultures meet, connect, and grow together. And Los Angeles made this possible. California has played a pivotal role in this journey. Of the 30-plus states CJ operates in, California is home to our largest workforce with more than 1,500 employees across our food business, CJ Schwann's, CJ Logistics, CJ 4D Plex America, our CJ America headquarters, and more. We are also proud to run 2 Asian food manufacturing plants in Beaumont and Fullerton. Today, KCON has become one of the city's most vibrant cultural exports, carrying the spirit of LA and the energy of Korean culture to the cities across the world, including Thailand, Saudi Arabia, and France, just to name a few. If you haven't been to KCON, I warmly invite you. It's truly an experience like no other. But our work here is far from over. The cultural, social, and economic contributions that KCON has made to LA and to California are just the beginning. Our vision is to make KCON a global cultural landmark and a proudly LA-grown export that continues to inspire, generate jobs, stimulate the local economy, and bring people together through the power of Korean culture. We ask for your continued support to keep building together. If this is what we have achieved just over a decade, imagine what the next 10 years can bring. Thank you so much.
And I believe we have a certificate. All right. So I hope you all join us at KCON this weekend. I know me and my family will be there later on today. It is truly an amazing event, but also it's great to celebrate our culture here in the city of Los Angeles. Mr. Jung, what is it that we say every year before KCON? Ready? What is it?
1, 2, 3. Let's KCON!
All right.
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful presentation. Next, we have a presentation from Councilwoman Hernandez.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. Oh, of course. I didn't even catch my cheek. Oh, thank you. Come on, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Good morning, colleagues. Today, we're joined by the 2025 Miss Chinatown Court, the Little King and Queen Court, and many of their families. Thank you so much for joining us today. Come on in, everybody, all the way. All the way, all the way, right here. Today's presentation celebrates heritage, identity, and leadership. As a council member for Council District 1 and proud representative of the Chinatown neighborhood, it is a pleasure to do my part to uplift these young leaders as they step into their power and carry their legacy. You'll be hearing shortly from some of the community leaders who make this tradition and today's presentation possible. A good friend, Chester Chong, who's the president of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Mamie Hong Weinberg, who's the vice president of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Tom Eng, chair of the Little King and Queen contest, and Ashley Thompson, who is part of our city family at our Department of Building and Safety and a chaperone for the courts. I hope that by the end of today's presentation, more people walk away with a deeper understanding and appreciation of what the Miss Los Angeles Chinatown pageant means to our city. With that, it is my pleasure to introduce Tom Eng, who will present a short video about this year's court to us. Thank you. Please, Tom, join us. Thank you, Tom.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Honorable LA City Council. I'd like to say that I'm a native Angelino, so I'm proud of our city, and you take care of our city and make it one of the best cities in the world. Thank you. Here's a video showing some of the activities of our Miss Chinatown this year. So I hope you enjoy and learn about what they do. Thanks.
Thank you.
Miss LA Chinatown and her court embody the proud beauty, strength, and cultural pride of the Chinese American community in Los Angeles, serving as year-round ambassadors, uplifting the next generation, and preserving traditions. For almost 60 years, the Miss LA Chinatown pageant has celebrated not only heritage but leadership, fostering intergenerational involvement in the community and beyond. Through the Chinese Chamber of Commerce of Los Angeles, the Queen and her court volunteer for year-round service, including toy drives, elementary school visits, and youth outreach. The court also organizes the Little King and Queen contest, celebrating the youth of the community. With their infectious energy and cultural pride, these children brighten the stage, gain confidence, learn about tradition, and forge lasting relationships. The mission of Miss LA Chinatown and her court is to uplift the community through cultural celebration, civic engagement, and acts of service, honoring the past while inspiring the future, and proudly carry forward the spirit of Chinatown.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tom. And wow, it's beautiful to see the contribution of these young leaders that are standing on the shoulders of a fantastic and strong legacy here in Chinatown. And in Council District 1, we know diversity is our strength. We know how hard immigrant communities have worked to build something that lasts. So when young leaders like all of you carry that legacy forward, we must celebrate that. It's so precious, and especially in this moment. I've walked the streets of Chinatown. I've seen the impact the Chinese Chamber of Commerce has on legacy business, preserving tradition year after year and preserving the community. What inspires me the most is that the young people standing with us here today are doing the same. They're asking the questions, very important questions. How do we make sure Chinatown stays affordable for our families? What are you doing to support our seniors plus small businesses? What is the city doing to keep the streets safe for our pedestrians? Those questions matter. And the leadership of the Miss Chinatown Court and the Little King and Queen Court means the future of Chinatown and of our city is in good hands. Now, please join me in welcoming the President of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Chester Chong, to share a few words with us.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, thank you, Councilman Hernandez, and distinguished guests. It's my great honor to, on behalf of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce of Los Angeles, extend my sincere gratitude to the Los Angeles City Council member, CD1, Hernandez, and his long-term support. Our chamber has been deeply rooted in Los Angeles for 127 years. We've always been dedicated to connecting community, serving society, and promoting the culture. Looking forward, we appreciate future deepening our cooperation with the City of Los Angeles Council CD1, Hernandez, and making joint effort to contribute more to social development. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nina Ko, and I'm so honored to be here today to serve as the 2025 Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Queen.
Yeah, woo-hoo, yeah.
I was born and raised in San Marino, and I'm currently a student at USC studying business with a minor in media, culture, and entertainment. I will graduate in the spring, and I plan to pursue a master's degree afterwards. Growing up, I've always been surrounded by a strong community. My parents were deeply involved in supporting and volunteering in our schools and organizations. Being raised in this kind of environment is what inspired me to do the Miss LA Chinatown pageant. And I have a really strong bond with my family. We love traveling together. We are so excited for the World Cup and the Olympics to come to LA. I believe in working hard and being determined, but also in having fun and staying positive. Thank you so much, the City of Los Angeles, for this recognition and for supporting our work as cultural ambassadors.
Hello, good morning. My name is Ashley Mae Gong. I am your 2025 Miss Los Angeles Chinatown First Princess. Thank you. I proudly grew up in the vibrant communities of West Hollywood and Sherman Oaks. I'm the oldest of 5 children. I have a cat, I have a bunny, and 2 turtles. And for work, I am currently the Director of Operations and Musical Theater Artistic Director at the Grand Academy of Ballet in Encino. We put up community performances for our local neighborhood councils all the time. I'm most proud of my recent work on The Sound of Music Musical Theater and the Nutcracker Ballet, which was graciously hosted by Hollywood High School, the auditorium there. In the technology side, I'm developing my first startup. It's called Rolling Pear and Perisky, which will streamline the process of uncovering new jobs and educational opportunities, which in a time where Silicon Valley is automating a lot of jobs like that, this is considered ethical AI. So that's, as a young person, I hope to develop that for my Generation Z. And growing up, oftentimes the only Chinese American student or child in a room, I faced a lot of hostility. My family, we received death threats and attempted attacks of violence. So this sash, this crown, it's not just about beauty, it's about really improving the quality of life for Chinese Americans in Los Angeles. And I stand proud to be an Angelino. I'm very grateful for the organization, and thank you so much. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. My name is Janetine Chang, and I am the second princess and Miss Friendship of this year's Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Court. Thank you. I'm extremely excited to be here today. I recently graduated from USC with my bachelor's degree in business administration, and currently I work at Uniqlo as a management candidate within the retail industry. Outside of work, I truly enjoy just expressing my creativity, whether that's through fashion, through beauty, or content creation. And so something that I truly value is community engagement. And so with that, being on the Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Court has been super meaningful to me. This has given me the opportunity to attend so many events, continuously connect with my culture, and of course, uplift those in our community, especially the younger generation. And so today, I am super, super proud to be alongside my court sisters, and thank you so much to the LA City Council for having us. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Michelle DuPont. I'm the third princess of the Los Angeles Miss Chinatown, and I think if there's one thing I've learned in the past few months representing the community and our culture is that this pageant is really more than just sitting still and looking pretty. I think growing up, I've been very in touch with the culture, but I think in terms of the community, this organization has done a really great job of bringing us closer and being just the figureheads of the community, letting us work one-on-one, letting us see the political tensions like locally and also domestically. I go to UCLA, I'm studying global studies and international affairs with a mix of econ, and I'm going to study abroad in London soon, so I'm really glad that I'm going to be able to see how those domestic tensions line up internationally. But yeah, thank you for having us.
Good afternoon, City Council members. My name is Tarina Fan. I am Miss LA Chinatown's 4th princess. As a graduate from Northeastern University with a degree in political science and criminal justice, I currently work as a paralegal at an asbestos mesothelioma firm, and in the future, I hope to one day own my own small business or work in public policy. As a Chinese Vietnamese American, I am so honored to have grown up in San Gabriel Valley and Monterey Park, which, as we know, is the home to the largest Chinese diasporas in the United States. Because of this, I am so blessed and fortunate to have grown up in such a great community where we really honor and celebrate our cultural background and ethnicity. And going forward, I hope to one day continue to inspire the younger generation and really emphasize and honor our culture and our ancestors, because without them, without their sacrifices and their hardship, we would not be here today. So I'm so thankful for Miss LA Chinatown, or the organization that provided this platform for all of us here today to really embrace our culture, and I hope that we can continue to motivate the younger generation to do that in the future. Thank you so much for your time.
Good morning, Honorable City Council members. Thank you for inviting us to City Hall. I'm honored to be here with all of you, the Chinatown Court, the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, and my family. My name is Troy Chung. I'm 8 years old, and I will be a third grader in the Mandarin Dual Immersion program at Marengo Elementary School. My friend Little Queen Lena couldn't make it today, and it is my privilege to introduce her and read her statement. These are her words. My name is Lena Babtawale, and I'm the 2025 Little Queen. I live in Arcadia, and I will be starting 7th grade this fall at Sierra Madre Middle School. I love acting, singing, and dancing. I'm honored to be part of the Little Royal Court, and I'm not only happy I'm able to represent Chinese American youth, I'm also very proud of my Chinese heritage. Thank you, Lena. Now a little bit about myself. I love to talk and socialize. I'm totally an extrovert. I've been skiing on the Snow Summit racing since I was 5 years old, and I also practice Kung Fu. But I would say my favorite activity is reading. My parents both work in Chinatown, and I love Chinatown, its history, and the community that I represent as 2025 Little King. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jacob Lee, the 2025 Little Prince. I'm 9 years old and I'm going into 4th grade at Leo Elementary School. These are some activities I like to do: theater, karate, and flag football. In my last show, I played young Simba in The Lion King. I've enjoyed being Little Prince this year.
Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin Lee. I'm the 2025 Little Princess. I'm 12 years old and I'm going to 7th grade at Tetzlaff Middle School. The fun activities I like to do is theater, sports, and dance. I have been dancing ever since I was 3 years old, and this past year I have served as second lieutenant on the dance drill team at Leela Elementary. I am honored and thankful to be the Little Princess this year.
Now I'd like to introduce the Vice President of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Mima Hong. One more time. Mimi Hong Weinberg. Thank you so much, Mimi.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Amy Hong Weinberg. I'm one of the vice presidents of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, Los Angeles. My roots run very deep in CD1 in Chinatown. My family has been involved in the community since I was a little girl. My father actually, I'm considered a legacy in the Chamber of Commerce because my father actually was president as well as representing other cabinet positions since I was a child. Also, you might know my dad's restaurant, Hong Kong Lo. We're also home of the infamous Hong Kong Cafe from the punk days. Some of you might know. Anyways, so I'm honored to now be a member of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce. Here, I'd like to give you a little bit more information on some of our legacy events that are upcoming in the year of 2026. Our first one is the Little King and Queen contest. That will be on December 6th of this year, and it will be hosted by our Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Court. That hopefully will have a lot of you in attendance. Our next event will be our 2026 Miss Los Angeles Chinatown pageant, where we again will be searching for a group of strong, young, articulate women to represent our Chinese community. And thirdly, our event on February 21st will be our 127th annual Golden Dragon Parade. which I have the honor of chairing this year. I hope that you will all attend. I invite all of you. You can cheer on Councilwoman Hernandez as she rides by in her convertible, waving to the audience. I am so honored that you have invited us here to participate, to present our court. It really is truly an honor, and we hope to see you in 2026 in Chinatown as we usher in the Year of the Horse. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to our presidents. Now, I just want to take a moment to recognize the young people that are here today. Look, I have TPs. The prince had no TPs. And that is the quality of, I feel, investment. Like they keep asking, they always ask, how are you able to speak publicly without being scared? Well, first, I'm always scared, but that's okay. But the way that they deliver, like that takes practice, that takes investment. So not only on your part, but on your part, for making that investment in yourselves and for your culture and your communities. That is just something really beautiful to see, and something that I know takes both sides to get to that place where you can deliver without fear, deliver without, needing talking points. And I think that's really special. And so on behalf of the City of Los Angeles, to continue to celebrate and to recognize the work of the Chinese Chamber of Commerce, who has built a program that empowers young women with the Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Court, and empowers our young people here with the Little King and Queen Court as well. And this has been this program since 1963. They've been making these investments. So thank you so much. Thank you to all for investing in yourselves.
Councilwoman Hernandez, we have a few members on the queue, if we could do that.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have Councilwoman Rodriguez, followed by Councilwoman Jurado.
Let me let them take their photo real quick.
Okay, Councilwoman Rodriguez.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez, for this presentation, and I want to thank the Chinatown Chamber, and I think you nailed it on the head. Like, these young people, you want to talk about the well-rounded nature of the individuals that are being celebrated and honored here today. You make not only your community proud, you make us all proud. And I want to thank you. And I of course, these young princes, as they grow and fill those crowns, because those crowns, I don't know how they're able to stay on their head, but as they grow into filling those crowns, I look at all of you collectively and know that we're in really great hands. I want to thank you for maintaining the cultural centerpiece, which is so incredibly important. You know, growing up, there used to be this idea that this country is a melting pot. And I always felt that, you know, that's actually the wrong way to describe us, because we're not all here to meld together and lose our each individual and unique contributions of what makes this country great. We're here to preserve the actual stories and the histories and the cultural richness of each of our communities. Chinatown and the business community in Chinatown and all the residents in Chinatown have always done a really magnificent job of drawing in all of Los Angeles to celebrate Chinese culture. So I want to thank you for that, because it's through the preservation of this effort in recognizing all of the young people that are so accomplished in your own individual rights that have brought you here today. But more importantly, it's celebrating the advancements and the cultural contributions of what each of you bring. We don't lose ourselves in this. We only continue to amplify it. So I want to thank you for doing that for our city, because each of us brings in our cultures something really special and unique that through food, through music, and cultural celebrations, we all get to enjoy all of that together. So I want to thank you, because I know it's no small feat that in addition to being a business owner, to produce all of these events on top of it is a lot of work. But I want to thank you for doing that. And obviously, I want to thank Ms. Hernandez for being a supporter of this, because that's what makes Los Angeles uniquely who we are, is the celebration of the diversity. And even though maybe in the diasporas that have gone into Monterey Park and San Gabriel Valley, and that's okay, we're all here in the city of Los Angeles to celebrate what is uniquely who we are, and that is each of our cultures that are represented so beautifully, but of course in the Chinese community represented by you all. And so my thanks to you for bringing this in today. It's just a reminder that, you know, we share a lot of the same struggles, and the preservation of each of our uniqueness is what we're all about. It's and we're not here to melt and erode. We're here to be strong in who we are and continue to celebrate and uplift those cultural traditions. So I want to say thank you very much. Congratulations.
Great, thank you. Councilmember Jurado.
Thank you, Councilmember Blumenfeld. Thank you, Councilmember Hernandez, for honoring this excellent group of young people in the chamber. You know, I admire you all so much because I failed at becoming Little Miss Philippines when I was 9. So this is traumatic, but also exciting for you because I know this is also part of our cultural heritage as API folks in America to show that we belong here. So thank you for highlighting this and continuing to honor Councilmember Hernandez in the chamber. And congratulations to all of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And to close out, colleagues, will you please join me in congratulating our Miss Los Angeles Chinatown Court 2025 and the Little King and Queen Court of 2025 for Chinatown, and Mimi and Chester for all the work that they've been doing at the Chinese Chamber of Commerce here in Council District 1 in Los Angeles and beyond. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. All right, team.
Okay, that concludes our presentations. What's next?
Mr. President, council can go into public comment, sir.
Okay, no other items to take up before public comment, then let's, if you could read the rules for public comment.
Yes, Mr. Chair. To people providing public comment, when it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You'll have 1 minute per item, up to 2 minutes total for the items open for public comment. The reason for that is there's only 2 items open for public comment today on the agenda. We will tell you when your time is up. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If we're not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get 1 brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker. The items open for public comment on the agenda are items 1 and items 19. So again, the items open for public comment on the agenda are items number 1 and item 19. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. I have a couple more announcements. If I could have the interpreters make this first one allowed to the room, please. If you require a Spanish language interpreter, please make sure to pause every few sentences so the interpreters can interpret.
Si usted requiere el intérprete en español, por favor pause en cada oración para que el intérprete pueda hacer la traducción.
Don't worry. We will hold your time while the interpreters are interpreting, so you will get the same amount of time as everyone else. Thank you.
No se preocupe, usted va a tener el mismo tiempo que los demás, el tiempo de interpretación no se le contará y va a tener el mismo tiempo que los demás. Gracias.
One final announcement, the order in which we call people up for public comment is at random. It is randomly generated. So it is not necessarily in the order in which you signed up. Again, it is randomly generated. So in order to run an efficient public comment period, we would ask that you please wait until you hear the name you signed up under, which is not necessarily your real name, but the name you signed up under before lining up. And at that point, you can line up in any order on your left-hand side of the council chambers. Thank you.
I'll begin calling names. Candido, Kate S., and Matt.
So again, if you hear the name that you signed up under, you can line up in any order on your left-hand side of the council chambers. They will be read out or called out in smaller batches. So if you could reread the names just really quick, just in case people couldn't hear.
Those were Candido, Kate S., and Matt.
Thank you. Good morning, Speaker. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning, sir. There are such things as miracles. Candido Maris, item 1 and I believe 19 in public comment.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please start with the items. Go ahead.
Thank you. Item 1 has to do with San Pedro and anything that Mr. Our great 1-5 representative is involved in. I'd love to be part of that too. You know, he protects his people down in the 15th, and just recently Alex Padilla came out and he's going to help the Latino community. But in 1995, we came here, 20 small business owners in the local area put up $20,000 to educate minorities, and nobody did anything. And yet here they are suffering almost 25 years later. So Mr. Padilla, thank you, but you're a few years late. All right, let's talk about the great fires. I hope all of you are rested, and you know we've had 2 horrible fires, and then we're waiting for the 3rd one to take place. The Porter Ranch City Council neglected fire. And here are the pictures, folks.
So, Mr. Candido,
I want your
hold
attention.
on, Speaker.
I want your attention.
This is not on the agenda, so I'm going to ask that you stick to the agenda items. I'll move you. Okay, general public comment.
Public
You have
comment,
1 minute
sir.
for general public comment.
Thank you. I'll never be disrespectful, sir. But that's it right there. You folks are going to react afterwards. There's going to be a bunch of crybabies that tell us, oh my God, we could have done something. This was on 4th of July. They took some of the biggest fireworks and went up on Reseda and right up amongst all these weeds, and they were lighting them up. And what did you guys do? Nothing. So the next fire will be known as the Porter Ranch City Council neglected fire, because you folks know what's going on. You won't reinstall the restricted parking up there. They're throwing out their cigarettes. There's already been 2 small fires. And yet you do nothing. But then when the fire comes, you guys will come into the community and you'll give us all your sympathy and we feel for you, and you won't do shit. And I'm tired of seeing this happen over and over again. There's a big disaster going to be happening in Porter Ranch, and nothing is being done.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. So, okay, you need to vacate the podium. I know you come often. Please give them to the sergeants. Please vacate the podium so that we can move on to the next speaker. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Hi, my name is Katie Laffoon, and I have general public comment, but I
so you have
will not let
1
you
minute.
start my time until I have everybody's attention.
So that's not how you have 1 minute for general public comment. If you'd like, you can adjust the microphone if you need to. Feel free. So go ahead. You have
It's
1 minute
here,
for
but
general.
do not start my time until I have everybody's attention. Nope, you restart that. I took off work. You guys work for us, and nobody is paying attention. Hi, you work for us, and we have a comment. We need you to listen. I understand that this is typically like your job is Parks and Rec. That is not what this is right now. We are in a state of emergency. The actual mayor declared that, and we are here asking you to pay attention. You have had a summer break. You know who's not had a summer break? Don't roll your fucking eyes at me, I see you. You know who's not had a summer break? The protesters, the citizens of LA who are terrified. You know what we're not hearing you talk about? In 2 weeks, school is back in session. 50% of the students in LA do not feel safe going to school. Why aren't you talking about that? Why is no one having a town hall? Seattle, their police chief instructed their police to protect the citizens. Why can't you? Why can't the LAPD be on our side? We want LAPD on our side.
Speaker, your time has expired. We need to move on to the next speaker. Speaker, we need to move on to the next speaker.
Your time is
Your time
expired.
has
Please
expired.
make way for the next
You
speaker.
are now You are now disrupting the meeting because we cannot continue with public comment. So Speaker, this is your first and only warning. Please, there are other people here to speak. If you'd like to submit additional written comments, you can do so online at lacouncilcomment.com. So again, and I'd also like to take this opportunity to warn the gentleman in red who was yelling out when I was trying to issue instructions. So, sir, please do not disrupt this meeting. This is your first and only formal warning. If you do so again, you may be subject to removal and exclusion. Next speaker.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Jim G., Korshan Hui, and John G.
And actually, before you begin, I believe we have one announcement from the clerk's office.
Yes, there is a request to continue item 6 for 1 week, and that would be to August 8th, 2025.
All right, without objection, that'll be the order.
Okay, so I assume all the items in general public comment, Speaker?
Yes, item number 1,
So you have
item number 19.
2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, City Attorney Dana. Start with item number 1.
Pardon me, sir. What language are you speaking? Pardon me, what language are you speaking? If you can't tell us what language you're in, I'm going to assume that you're off topic.
声音像天使的翅膀，划过我无边的过往。
So, can he tell us?
爱曾经来过的地方，依稀留着昨天的芬芳。 那熟悉的温暖，像天使的翅膀，划过我无边的思量。Now move on to item number 19. 相信你还在这里，从不曾离去。我的爱像天使守护你。若生命直到这里，从此没有我，我会找个天使替我去爱你。相信你还在这里，从不曾离去。我的爱像天使守护你。若生命直到这里，从此没有我，我会找个天使替我去爱你。Move on to a general public comment. Thank you very much, our Council President Smoking Scan, for the warning. Thank you very much for the City Attorney Dana for the instruction. Thank you very much, very appreciated. Now, I would like to inform our Council President smoking scan discrimination issues that my friend Dana said that she only likes our 24-inch city attorney and she does not like 3-inch shrimp. That really hurts my feeling. And I believe in the city of Los Angeles, and I believe that nobody should be discriminated just because I'm transgender, just because I'm illegal immigrant, just because I am a 3-time transgender recipient award, whatever, transgender of the year, whatever you call it. So I really make sure that my friend Dana can look at me, not only just look at her favorite 24-inch city attorney. Thank you. Everyone, equality.
I'd like to call a few more names. Alejandro Mendez, Eddie, and Kathy.
So again, if you've heard your name called or the name that you signed up under, please feel free to line up in any order on your left-hand side of the council chambers. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
I'm here to fight for strangers, for the community that is afraid to leave their homes, undocumented and American citizens that are targeted for their last name, their accent, their skin color. I am one of the organizers at the protest at 535 Alameda. This protest has brought a sense of community in a time of cruelty and pure evil. Hey guys, are you guys listening? Because this is very important that you guys, Padilla, please listen to me, Padilla. Park, Rodriguez, Soto, please listen to me. Representative Jimmy Gomez visited us. He saw the community we are building, and he invited us to a town hall. I plead that you guys invite us to have a conversation with you. I actually invite you guys to come to 535 Alameda to see what we're building. We are really wanting to create community with you guys. Please reach out to us. We have tried to email you, call you. Please show up to 535 Alameda. Please come visit us. Please.
Next speaker.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Karen Flangen, Nora Gonzalez, and Julian Alexander Macara.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
My name is Kathy. I'm a paralegal and also part of the protest at 535 Alameda. But more importantly, I am one of your constituents that always votes. And you see how we keep showing up, even after you violate our constitutional rights that you guys are supposed to protect, even after you, and by that I mean LAPD, beat us, bruise us, arrest us, and make us bleed. Even as you try to intimidate us by driving 20 to 30 cruisers by us at a time, we keep coming back, and we will keep showing up. You know why? Because we're not afraid. And for those of us that are, we still show up. Because our love for each other, our love for community, and our love for LA, our city, and this country will always overpower any fear that we have of you, LAPD, and DHS, and any federal agents. A reminder, since you all need to be reminded of laws, our First Amendment right supersedes any local laws or ordinances. You will never kill our spirit, and that is fucking powerful. You will never know what this feels like, the joy and pride that our resistance against the violation of our
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. Speaker, your time has expired. We need to move on to the next speaker. Please vacate the podium. Next speaker. So
Before the next speaker.
Hold on, previous speaker in the blue and white top. This is your first and only warning. Please do not disrupt this meeting. We cannot proceed with public comment, and you interrupted the staffer who was trying to read out names.
Before the
Which
next
items
speaker.
would you like? Sorry, actually, go ahead, staffer. Go ahead and call additional names.
Taylor Smith, Darun, and Wool Dahlia.
Good morning, speaker. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning, team. I'm discussing general comment. Julian Alexander Macara.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
1 minute. I had a prearranged speech, but with the actions of this council, for example, the actions of Mr. Lee smiling, and of our council president, Mr. Harris Dawson, rolling his hands as he did to the young lady when she's speaking her heart out, I want to communicate to this group in its entirety that your actions are modeled throughout your staff, your actions are modeled throughout your peers, and you are the representatives of the largest city in the West Coast. Entitlement is not an option if you're getting reelected. Allow, please, for God's grace to enter your heart so you can be a little more find humility. Our organizations throughout the city have been doing your work in maintaining our community and have been the backbone. We need resources and assets from your offices to continue people being fed, clothed, and hygiene. That's it.
Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a few more names. Andrew Grabner, Charlie Trace, and Katie.
So, Mr. Herman, I believe it is your turn to speak. Please move to the podium and begin your public comment. You'll have 2 minutes for the item and 1 minute for general public comment. If you're not ready, then we will move on to the next speaker, and then we can take you up afterwards. Understood, but he does not need to bring all of his stuff up every time when he stays for the remainder of the meeting.
motherfucking
You have 2 minutes for the
items.
items and 1 minute for general public comment. That's items 1 and 19.
Yeah, tourism. Hong Kong, Cheech and Chong, Chong Wong, Du Du.
Okay, so this
We
is not on the
need-
agenda. You need to stick to the agenda items, or I'm going to move you to general public comment.
We need Harbor Environmental Commissioner to report to our duty to approve. Present February BOHC. Oh, it's a C. Los Angeles Amendment, Los Angeles Sheriff. Well, fuck! Donald Trump supports tariffs, and I support Donald Trump. More tariffs, and more fucking tariffs. Then, going to item 19 on safety, everybody, now that I'm heard and I got your attention. The truth behind the manner of what's happening here, it's not community safety. Because if community safety was a concern, right, Smoke and Scan? Smoke and Scan? Right. We have this issue here regarding the mayor. What does she do about the 405 freeway fires? Where was her concern of safety then? The fucking Sambo black mayor was doing caca. I'll translate that. Goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Shit! She hasn't done shit. Just like the rest of you worthless piece of shits. 42 U.S.C. 1983 politely. Fuck you, Hong Kong dog eater, and your Korean dog soup. Now into my public comment
You have 1
of
minute.
real life. Brandenburg versus Ohio, 395 U.S. 444 1969. Smoke and Scan. I'm going to read it into the record. It's my political right. It's here. It's constitutional practice speech. And I'm going to show you how to exercise that right now. Thank you, Smoke and Scan. The significant portion you could be understood were how far is the nigger going to,
Right.
This is what we're going to do to the niggers. A dirty nigger. Send the Jews back to Israel.
Madam Clerk, please pause the speaker's time. Speaker, you have used the N-word, which is a violation of Council Rule 7. This is your only warning that this word and any of its variations described in Council Rule 7 may not be used again in this council meeting, any future council meeting, or future council committee meetings. If you violate Rule 7 again by using this word, you will forfeit your speaking time and be subject to removal pursuant to Rule 7 and Rule 12. Madam Clerk, please resume this person's time.
So you want to fuck me on my presentation of the First Amendment, right, Dawson? And the rest of you 15 clowns? Well, let me just bend over now and get fucked. Because that's what you're doing to the public.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. You know that you can turn it into the sergeants. Please vacate the podium so we can move on to the next speaker. Before the next speaker begins, I appreciate everybody's patience here that's in the room, who's listening remotely and virtually. Certainly the views that are stated by the previous speaker do not represent the views of the city, of this body, any individual member, or any staff. We appreciate your continued patience. Good morning, Speaker. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'm sorry. Can you tell me the items again, please?
It's a lot to follow. Yes,
I think
the
it's
items
just-
that are open for
okay,
public
thank you.
comment are items 1 and items 19.
Okay. All right. So, all right. That's the exemption.
So 2 minutes for the items
and
1
general
for
public
general.
comment, please.
So you have 2 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go
Thank
ahead.
you. So we have here, I believe, is a CEQA exemption. CEQA is one of those laws that basically doesn't mean anything. They can until they want it to mean something. So they can do exemptions like how they're doing here for everything from, looks like a tariff or something to collect fees, all the way to developments. They do CEQA exemptions. Now, obviously, do you need CEQA for a tariff? Probably not. Or to collect fees? Probably not. But the fact that they do these categorical exemptions, like just all the time, it just shows you that it's kind of like a meaningless law. They do it for developments too, which you would think is really important. And they don't pay attention to the public when they come in to talk about those CEQA exemptions. People will come in and complain about how the city is just superseding state law and federal law and things like the Constitution, when that's not the way government is supposed to work if you sat through any kind of civics training. The other items, item number 19. And that's for Community Safety Partnership Program. You know what would make the community really safe is if y'all listen to the public when they come in here from these areas and tell you about their problems. If you want to save a lot of money on litigation and infrastructure and police presence and all that shit, you could stop sending them to places where they're not needed, and you can listen to the public when they come in here. Mind you, less than 0.5% of the public will ever step in through these doors, okay? And you don't even listen to them when they tell you about the issues. Now, why are you gonna send cops somewhere where they're not needed? You know why you're gonna do that? Because you're not listening to the public tell you where they are needed. So this community safety partnership program could be enhanced by putting in some kind of thing that forces the council members to sit here and face the public, to look up from their phones and their snacks, like how they're doing now, like all kids in like a class in 2025 looking at their phones.
General public comment?
General public comment. So there was a man named Zuma Dog. He inspired me to be involved, and he was coming for years and years. You can look up on YouTube, decades old city council meetings, and he's a fucking legend. He's a free speech warrior, and he inspired me and countless other people in the city. And I thought we needed Zuma Dog right now, but I realized Zuma Dog needs us. And right now he got some really bad medical expenses. And Smoker Scan, please help me out. I never asked anything for nobody, but his Cash App is, he lives in Los Angeles, and he has a lot of trouble. His Cash App is Zuma Dog. That's ZUMADOGG1, and his PayPal is pp@zumadog with 2Gs.com.
Speaker, respectfully, you need to speak to something that's within the subject matter jurisdiction of the city.
He is trying to get resources and is being ignored because the city knows that he's a free speech absolutist. It's our fucking right to talk, and you guys don't want to hear the public when they come in. He needs us. He gave so much service to this city. To the
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. So, Speaker, your time has expired. We need to move on to the next speaker. And for the record, the meeting had started when your initial warning was issued, but thank you. Next speaker, go ahead. Which items would you like to speak to?
I'd like to speak on item 14 and general public comment, please.
You said 14 as in 1-4?
Yes.
So item 14 is not open for public comment, but you can speak to it during general if you'd like. So you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Today marks 57 days of protests and day 22 of 24-hour protests outside the Metro Detention Center against ICE's presence in our city. These are peaceful protesters. They are an inspirational and resilient group of people who are dedicated to human rights, dedicated to free speech, and dedicated to resisting fascism in our country and our city. Curiously, but unsurprisingly, the city of LA, by way of LAPD, has made every attempt to suppress, harass, intimidate, and arrest these protesters exercising their First Amendment rights. LAPD has come with sanitation, blocked off the street, torn down our artwork, and stolen our stuff. LAPD has pulled us over in our vehicles and harassed us. LAPD has arrested protesters for violating 4118, the ordinance meant to address homeless encampments in the city. What the city is doing to protesters is wrong and illegal. These are serious civil rights violations which are opening the city up to liability. And let me tell you, the protesters aren't going anywhere.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next, do we have more names?
Yes, Kobe Yakov, Freddie F., and Dan M. Before the next speaker, I'd like to call a couple more names, Bill Anderson and Audit LA.
Good morning, Speaker. Which items would you like to speak to?
General, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
I didn't have anything prepared, but I just wanted to say that I had fundraised and helped present the profiles and the platforms of Soto Martinez, Hernandez, and Rahman. I don't know if you guys remember. I had Nithya on my podcast, which is So LA, and I brought people on to fundraise for you. And this is a time that is very unprecedented. I understand that this is business as usual for you all. I understand that you come here all the time and you work here, but this is a historical moment, and you're going to feel like you should have been out with us at 5:35, and you should have stood up. And I know it's business as usual, but this is not business as usual in our city. And I just feel like it's so disappointing and disheartening for what I helped elect. Thank you.
And I'm being signaled that there's no one else lined up. Are there?
Sure. So we'll take 2 additional speakers, or 3 additional speakers that I see lined up.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
This is on general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I'm here to speak about the failed policies that are hurting the human people at the Riverside Bridge Home Shelter. On the morning of July 5th at 2:32 a.m., a man was stabbed and his dog was stabbed. Prior to that, we had a derivative accidental murder by narcotics overdose. Our policies in the city of Los Angeles are not working. They are not working. Harm reduction is not working. I see it every day at the Riverside Bridge Home Shelter. I see that our housing first policy, I follow people into housing. I get through their cases, and they do the same thing they were doing at the shelter in these houses. They're killing themselves. So I suggest that we all pay attention to these individuals if we really want to help the homeless. They're not just one cohort, homogenous group. They are individuals, they are people, and they deserve our attention. We need better management and on-site and oversight of these shelters to make sure that the money that we are spending is being spent well.
Next speaker.
Hello.
Good morning. Which items would you like to
May I
speak
do
to?
19 and also general public?
Yes, so you have 1 minute for the item number 19 and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the item, and then we'll move over with a separate minute for general public comment.
Yes,
Go ahead.
of course. So for the safety and for the public speaking, I would like to talk about specifically in the LAPD. Here in downtown Los Angeles, there has been a little bit of a misunderstanding on what is allowed in protesting, what is allowed and where they're allowed to stand. So I would just like some clarification on how far and where it is allowed to be protest, what we are allowed to have, if we're allowed to have bullhones or not, and maybe you could give us the rules before you put a face in the ground. I think it would also save a lot of money if we all knew the rules, so then people didn't get arrested and people didn't have to go to court, and things wouldn't have to be dropped because of a lack of evidence. In addition to that, I really want to say thank you to all you guys for all the cultural. 20 years ago, I was a princess with a crown here for the Japanese American community, and I'm also half Latina. So it's kind of funny to see, like, these 20 years later, these beautiful women. This is what we
General public comment? Yeah.
Okay,
And
thank you.
Welcome back.
And so now, 20 years later, this is kind of what we grow into. I feel like I'm here to stand for the Japanese American community, for the Latin community. I almost got arrested for blowing bubbles. Like, I just want to know what we're allowed to do. Japanese Americans were interned, and there's signs now in California. And so this is our chance. I'm seeing it happen again to my other side. So if we could just stand together and not be a pawn for DC. Because I know all of us are proud to be Angelinos, or we wouldn't all still be here fighting for this, fighting for a beautiful, very, very, very strong community in all the different aspects, all of us are immigrants or from immigrants. I mean, nobody here is from, even if you are, we're all here together. So I just want a little bit more understanding together. So maybe if the LAPD could be a little nicer and give us the rules ahead of time before people get arrested. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend.
Okay, so we will take the final speaker. Go ahead. Which items would you like to speak to?
Is people going to listen though? It's just a public general comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
okay. So I'm here today speaking as someone whose roots run deep in the soil of resistance. This is directed to all my black and brown people in the room, including police officers. You wear the uniform, but the uniform doesn't protect you from history. You wear the badge, but the badge doesn't absolve you of blood. You speak our language, but your orders come in white. White power, white fear, whitewashed laws dressed up as safety. Let's be clear. None of you would be sitting in these positions of political power and authority if your ancestors hadn't fought, bled, and died for justice, for you. So how dare you be silent and complicit in the face of injustice? They want to ban teaching of slavery, colonization, police brutality. What they're really trying to do is erasing black and brown history from classrooms so our children forget who and where they came from and what we survived. We are supposed to be protected by the very entity that brutalizes us daily. While we protect our city, something you should be doing. Why are we doing your job? You should be defending us from the domestic terrorists, from the Nazis down the street. Your children are watching. Your grandchildren will be
Speaker,
watching.
your time has expired. Speaker, your time has expired. You have to vacate the podium so we can continue with the meeting.
All right, that closes our public comment for this meeting. Madam Clerk, what's before us? Gentleman in the red, you've been warned, you're disrupting the meeting. The woman with the blue sunglasses affixed to the Afro puff, you've been warned. Ma'am, we just let you speak, you've been warned. This is your second warning.
Okay.
So sergeants, the gentleman in the back of the room with the black shirt and that's approaching the council here, your order removed from this meeting.
Understood. And sir, you had your opportunity to speak. So you have been warned and now you have been ordered removed. Gentleman in the red shirt and on my left with your fist raised, you have been warned earlier in the meeting and you have been ordered removed. So please exit quietly so we can continue with the meeting. The council president took 3 additional speakers. I would ask that you please politely, Mr. Candido, Mr. Candido, this is your first and only warning. Please do not disrupt this meeting. Public comment has been closed. If you would like to provide public comment in writing, then you can do so at lacouncilcomment.com. What else we got? So
all right, Sergeant, those folks have been removed. Is there one additional person that did not get to speak? Okay, come on up quickly. Ask her to come quickly.
Buenos días. Sí, quiero hacer una denuncia pública en contra de Starwood Corporation.
Okay.
I would like to make a public denounce against Starwood Corporation.
Ok. Resulta que he estado viviendo ahí por más de 30 años. Esta compañía agarró este edificio en el 2012. Me han estado hostigando por todo este tiempo.
Permítame, I've been living there for 30 years and this company took it in 2012. They've been harassing me for over this time.
He estado buscando ayuda con el Housing Authority. Me han ignorado. Busqué ayuda con Hilda Solís. Me han ignorado. Busqué ayuda con Eunices Hernández, con Bencas Roa. Me han ignorado.
Permítame, I've been looking for help with the Housing Authority. They have ignored me. I've looked for help with Hilda Solís and Eunice Hernández, and they have ignored me.
No puede ser que solo porque estoy viviendo en un edificio bajo control de renta, estas personas me acosan a mí todo por quererme sacar
It is
de
not
ese
possible
edificio.
that
Es
only
injusto.
It is not possible that because I'm just living there under a company, under rental control, they are harassing me and they wanted to get me out.
Esto no solo me estoy refiriendo a todos los concejales, a todos los concejales también. ¿Okay? Por favor, pongan atención en esto. Esto no tiene que estar pasando, hostigando a las familias de bajos recursos, solo porque vivimos bajo un edificio de control de renta.
And I'm talking to all council members. Please pay attention. It is not just that we are being harassed just because we are under a rental control, and this is happening to many families.
Con esto no sé si estoy poniendo mi vida en riesgo, pero no me importa. No me importa porque me han hostigado a mí y a toda mi familia. A toda mi familia. Me la han hostigado.
We'll just proceed. All right, that concludes our public comment at this time. We'll ask this gentleman to leave the podium so we can go on with our meeting. Madam Clerk, what items are before us?
Mr. President, items 1 and 19 are available for council at this time.
All right, items 1 and 19 are before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, the ordinance for item 1 will be held over 1 week to Friday, August 8, 2025.
All right.
Item 9 is before council. Item 9 is motion Yaroslavsky Harris Dawson to adopt the budget and finance report as amended by motion 9A Padilla Rodriguez.
All right, let's open the roll on item 9 as amended, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
11 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, council has motions for posting referral.
The motions are posted and referred.
The desk is clear, sir.
All right, with a clear desk, I'll ask if any members have announcements. Announcements, members? Councilmember Padilla.
Yes, I just, somebody here spoke about what we're doing, in preparation to support kids going back to school. And I just wanted to bring up that just yesterday I was told that the teachers union, together with individual schools, are trying to see if there's elected offices or nonprofits or community leaders who are willing to go on the first day of school to just kind of do a show and tell and a parade as the kids walk in so that the families do feel like the community has their back. So I was just told about it yesterday, but I will circulate it, and I hope that your teams, your community leaders can work with our schools to actually play a role in helping the kids and the families feel like their communities have their back. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, council member. And we'll look forward to the document that you'll circulate and look forward to the first day of school and being out there with our young people and our families. Any other announcements, members? Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, it's a bittersweet day for us in CD9. We're going to be saying goodbye to a dedicated staffer of ours, Kendall Lake. Kendall? Where's Kendall? She began as an intern, then a field deputy, finally as my senior legislative deputy. But Kendall has shown herself to be a valuable asset, not just to CD9, but to our city. As a native Angelino and a steadfast commitment to community upliftment, Kendall has always been a part of our efforts, making sure that we are being responsive day in and day out. Kendall was a central part of my efforts to connect LA with Africa. She has been also a real ally in advising me on civil rights, equity, immigration, aging, disability, and will always be grateful for her insights. Her legislative expertise and dedication to creating a better, more equitable district for our residents has made our city cleaner and greener and certainly more livable. And so Kendall, she's going to be going on now to law school at Pepperdine Law School. And so we're going to be very proud of her as she embarks upon this new chapter in her life. We are certainly benefited from her skills, her experience, her commitment, and we know that we have many more good things to come in the future. Congratulations, Kendall. Thank you.
All right, congratulations. Any other announcements, members? All right, seeing no other announcements. One more announcement, Mr. Price?
One more announcement, Mr. President. I just want to invite everyone out to our MLK Streetscape Reveal and Block Party tomorrow. It's going to start at 7 a.m. in the morning. We're going to be celebrating with free food, Nike giveaways, games, local resources, and we will be enjoying the new landscape along King Boulevard that has made things a lot more beautiful. Starting time is going to be at 7. Everyone is invited to come out and have some fun. Thank you.
All right, we've got one more announcement, and I'm trying to give time for the graphic to get up. But on tomorrow morning, beginning at 9, starting it at MacArthur Park in CD1, there will be a Stop the Hate and Stop the Raids ride of lowriders, motorcycles, bicyclists from MacArthur Park in the 1st District to Peck Park down in the 15th District. And it'll run throughout the city and proclaim our resistance to the raids and our stand against hate. So everybody look out for that tomorrow morning, beginning at MacArthur Park. All right, any other announcements, members? All right, seeing none, I'll ask everyone in the chamber to rise for adjourning motions. Any adjourning motions to my left? Councilmember Jurado.
Thank you, Council President. Colleagues, today I adjourn in memory of my friend Benito Flores, an organizer, a cartoonist, an advocate, and a guiding light in the fight for housing justice. Benito was a political cartoonist who used his art to speak truth to power. His illustrations were clever, and they were sharp critiques of capitalism and the systems that fail so many people in our communities. He was a victim of those systems, a man who should have been cared for, but instead was met with harsh individualism of capitalism and state violence. By the time he was 60, Benito was living in his car, doing handyman work to make ends meet. He had a disability, and yet he still never stopped organizing and never stopped showing up. He didn't just talk about justice, he lived it, even when the cost was high. I met Benito when I was a lawyer trying to form a housing cooperative in El Sereno. I was shy, and Benito approached me with warmth, inviting me to share our pan dulce. Then he shared his bold, beautiful vision for the world, a vision for how the world should be. Behind him was a poster that read the Zapatista saying, "Un otro mundo es posible." And after that, we became friends. One of my favorite memories with Benito was sharing a meal at the pantry. That was one of his favorite spots because it was always open no matter the time, and the line was never long, at least for him. I offered to drive him home, and instead of going home, he detoured me to a friend's place, a man who was threatened with eviction, afraid to go to a doctor's appointment because he was worried his landlord would throw out all his things while he was gone. It was a shoddy garage conversion. I remember it was raining and it was cold in there was no insulation, and a leak had sprung up somewhere. His friend, like him, was a single senior trying to find a better life here in Los Angeles. Like the reliable friend Benito was, he decided to stay there so his neighbor could get the medical treatment he needed. That was Benito. He believed housing was not just about walls, but about care, safety, and community. And he walked everywhere. He even walked on my campaign for me, and yes, he called me in when I needed it and said, "What are you doing out there, Isabel? Kissing babies? You should really be fighting for housing justice." And I appreciated that. I knew it came from a place of love and deep commitment to accountability. And he never gave up on what he believed in, and he lived his values until the end. And this is a profound loss, not just for me, but for the movement. We've lost someone who held the line, who showed up, who never stopped believing in the people around him, and even when the systems meant to protect us failed him again and again. He remains an inspiration to me, not just for what he stood for, but for how he lived. And to those who tried to use his life for their own personal gain, who saw him as a symbol rather than a full, complex, deeply human person he was, shame on you. And as we grieve, I ask this body to reflect on how we talk about unhoused people in this chamber, Too often, they are flattened into headlines or statistics or even codes in the municipal code as evidence for an argument rather than understood as people with names, relationships, histories, and dreams. Benito was none of those abstractions. He was a person, he was my friend. I thought he was brilliant, and he is loyal, and he's so missed because of his principledness, and he deserves to be remembered that way. Rest in power, Benito Flores, AKA the man in the tree.
Thank you so much. Beautifully said, Councilmember Jurado. Any other adjourning motions to my left? To my right? Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you. Colleagues, just with a heavy heart that I ask that we adjourn in memory of Dr. James Jaime A. Regalado, a beloved father, grandfather, husband, brother, educator, veteran, and community leader who passed away peacefully on June 16, 2025 at the age of 80. Born on April 2nd, 1945 in Boyle Heights, his life was rooted in service to his family, his community, and the ideals of education and justice. He served our country in the Navy during the Vietnam War. He earned his PhD in political science from UC Riverside and his undergraduate and master's degree from Cal State LA, an institution that became the home base for his professional legacy. From his father, Jaime inherited a powerful sense of duty, integrity, and love for learning. These values guided every chapter of his life. They shaped his career, his parenting, and his tireless efforts to uplift others through education and civic engagement. As Professor Emeritus of Political Science at Cal State LA and Executive Director of the Edmund G. Pat Brown Institute of Public Affairs, Jaime transformed the Institute into a respected hub for policy research, community dialogue, and youth empowerment. His leadership had a tangible impact on California, particularly in efforts to reduce gang violence and provide hope to underserved communities. He was not only an accomplished scholar, but a gifted storyteller. Jaime brought his upbringing in Boyle Heights to life with stories full of heart, humor, and rich detail. Through his stories, he reminded us all of the beauty and strength found in the community. Jaime's deep pride in his Mexican heritage and his curiosity about the world carried him across borders and continents. His travels took him to Mexico City for a dissertation research, to Europe to fulfill his father's dream of visiting the Old World, and later Scotland and the Netherlands to explore his maternal roots. These journeys reflected not just an academic mind, but a soulful searcher, honoring both history and legacy. He taught at Cal State LA, Cal Poly Pomona, and my alma mater, Occidental College, and served as a trusted political analyst across California media. He was the founding editor of California Politics and Policy and California Policy Issues Annual, and associate editor of the Urban Affairs Review. He didn't just study politics, he shaped the conversation. To those who knew him personally, Jaime will be remembered for more than his accolades. He was warm, humble, hilarious. He lit up every room with a sharp one-liner and a deep generosity of spirit. His legacy lives on in the institutions that he built, the students and leaders he mentored, and the community he so passionately served. Jaime leaves behind his devoted wife of 26 years, Rocio, his 3 sons, James Jr., Jay, and Camilo, 8 adoring grandchildren, his brother Ray, his sister Olivia, and a wide circle of friends, colleagues, and students whose lives he touched deeply. May he rest in peace and power, and may we continue his work with the same heart, courage, and commitment that he carried in his life every single day. And colleagues, I just want to add, in an environment where we see, in politics in particular, individuals whose commentary is corrupted by their own abuse of their influence, Jaime was someone who acted with great integrity in one of the original Latino academic institutions, You know, for the Latino community, we don't have HBCUs. But I look at a place like Cal State LA, which has become the hub of where so many Latinos are able to access that post-secondary education. Jaime was a beacon of integrity and making sure that our community was not only well represented, but there was no breach in the confidence of what he was saying because he wasn't paid to say it. He spoke with heart, with truth, and he was well respected, but it was earned by his consistent and repeated actions. So for that, I had tremendous admiration for this man. He was a good friend, and it's a tremendous loss. When he retired, it was a tremendous loss, but losing him and his voice is a tremendous loss for this city and for Southern California and for all Latinos in Los Angeles. May he rest in peace.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Rodriguez, and with your permission, I'd like to be added to that adjourning motion. It's one of the city's greatest minds and even greater hearts that we
I'd like
lost.
it to be an all, yeah, we should have all council.
All council. All right. Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
Thank you, Council President. Colleagues, today I move that we adjourn in honor of Wallace Annenberg, a remarkable philanthropist, a dedicated civic leader, and a longtime constituent of the 5th District who passed away on Monday at the age of 86. Wallace Annenberg helped define civic life in Los Angeles. As president and chair of the Annenberg Foundation, she directed billions of dollars in philanthropic investments, mostly in the LA area, shaping everything from the arts to education to environmental justice. Her name is etched into some of the city's most beloved public spaces, from the Annenberg Community Beach House in Santa Monica to Gen Space in Koreatown to the wildlife crossing that will soon reconnect our region's fragile ecosystems in the North Valley. But her impact was never just about buildings, it was about people. She believed deeply in what's possible when we invest in each other, and she brought that belief to life across every corner of our city. Through her leadership, Wallace Annenberg championed causes that often went overlooked, supporting early investments in local journalism, accessible senior care, mental health initiatives, animal welfare, and environmental conservation long before they were mainstream priorities. She was instrumental in creating safe, welcoming spaces for intergenerational connection and cross-cultural dialogue. Wallace was a force for good, a civic partner, and a generous soul, a rare combination that we don't see enough of in this world. She gave Los Angeles her resources, but also her heart. On behalf of District 5 and the entire city of LA, I extend the council's thoughts to the Annenberg family and to everyone mourning her loss. May her memory be a blessing and a reminder of what's possible when we choose to care for one another. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman Yaroslavsky. Councilmember Nazarian.
Thank you, Council President and colleagues. I rise today to honor the life and memory of Ira Freeman, a gentle pillar of the Valley communities who passed away on Tuesday, July 22nd. A proud graduate of the University of Columbia, Ira opened Key Pharmacy in Valley Village in 1964, which became a go-to pharmacy for Valley residents who praised his unparalleled service and unconditional kindness for decades. Ira was a founding member of the North Hollywood Free Clinic in '69, which later became the Valley Community Healthcare. He was the sole pharmacist in the original group of founders who were concerned about the well-being of local youth and students at Valley College. His work was especially important in light of the AIDS epidemic of the 80s and unfortunate runaway of children or youth, teenage youth, who would not be accepted in their families and would find their way into Los Angeles or San Fernando Valley. And he was extremely helpful at a very difficult time when these individuals were seeking assistance and guidance and healthcare needs. Ira was quoted in a 1989 LA Times article as saying, "I wanted to have a more positive effect on society. This gave me an opportunity to serve people who were not being served by the establishment." He served on the board for over 25 years, making him the longest serving board member in the organization's history. Ira's dedication to help others led the clinic to expand into medical care. For over 40 years, he volunteered as the pharmacist of record, personally dispensing medications on Tuesdays and Tuesday evenings and Saturdays. He was a constant presence, offering care, compassion, and guidance to teens and staff. As a longtime and active member of the California Pharmacists Association, Ira was a strong advocate for the pharmacy profession, being named Pharmacist of the Year by the organization in 2012. As part of his advocacy, he served on CHPA's legislative committee and was a past president of the San Fernando Valley Pharmacists Association as well. His participation in pharmacy organizations spanned the local, state, federal levels, where he was well known as a strong advocate for community pharmacies. And some of us had the benefit of working with him over the years and being able to calling out wisdom from him. His leadership went beyond medical care, serving as the former president of the Sun Valley Chamber of Commerce. Mr. Freeman was also an active volunteer for many community organizations, generously serving Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners at LA Family Housing and supporting local women's political organizations. Mr. Freeman was known for his genuine, caring personality and was a beloved member of his community. The Valley is a better place because of his passion and dedication that Ira demonstrated throughout his life, and he will continue to serve as an inspiration to many of us. He will be deeply missed. He will be deeply missed, and we adjourn today in his honor. Thank you.
Councilmember Blumenfield.
Mr. Zarian, I'd like to be added on to that one. I knew Ira for probably 25 years. An amazing guy who, you said it well of all of his credentials, but he was also someone who was so active in Democratic clubs, and he cared not just about his issues, his professional issues, but he really cared about serving people. And I just always knew him to be someone who would stand in and look out for the little guy, and who was just part of all these different organizations for the sole purpose of just making our world a better place, and he certainly did. So I'd love to be added on to that one.
Thank you, Mr. Blumenfield. Any other adjourning motions? Councilmember Park.
Thank you, Council President. Members, I ask that we adjourn today in memory of the LA Fire Department firefighter paramedic Christian Gassler. Christian joined the department in 2002 and bravely served the city for more than 2 decades. Sadly, on June 21st, he tragically passed away in his home and was taken from his family, friends, and colleagues far too soon. Christian was a proud military veteran and devoted his life to public service, first as a Navy corpsman attached to the 1st Marine Division, and then for 23 years with the LAFD, where his last assignment was at Station 51, serving LAX. Those who had the pleasure of working with Christian knew him for his professionalism, skill, know-how, kindness, and especially his sense of humor, always making people laugh and lifting their spirits. Christian leaves behind his longtime partner, Laura, and their daughter, Taylor. Last Friday, Christian's family and friends held a memorial honoring his life and service and laid him to rest. May God bless the Glasser family and all who had the honor of knowing and loving Christian Gassler. May he rest in peace.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman. Any other adjourning motions? Seeing none, we're adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody.
question. How do the canines get trained to go on missions? So we train our canines as if it's a